Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, so let us start. Still joining. Just a minute. Okay, so fine, let us start. So for your information, we are having a revision session for your semester number 5, semester 5. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Okay. So I've accumulated some data pertaining to the topics what we're going to discuss today. You can expect a question from this. The question would be something like this. How do you create and configure company in Tally.ERP9? Okay, or you can say it can be something like this. Write the steps to create a company. Okay, so whatever way the question is asked, please remember that a company can be created, it can be altered, it can be deleted, okay, by selecting the options in Tally. So we are going to see the steps that are associated with creating company, shutting, selecting, as well as altering of company. Okay, so to perform this, the primary step, the first step would be, if you are in gateway of Tally, okay, please check this. I'm just showing you the Tally screen. Okay, if you are in gateway of Tally and some company is already open, what you have to do is press Alt F3, okay, and select H or shut company. Okay, so this is what we can write. Step number 1, shut company. You should know how to shut the company. So the first step, what we have done here is Alt F3, Alt F3. That will take you to Alt F3 will take you to company info screen. Okay, so it takes you to company info screen. Alt F3, it will activate your company info. Okay, here in this we can select the option that is shut company. Okay, the active company is the one in which you're creating your books of account, you're creating your what to say invoice. Okay, you are able to create your purchase and sales transaction. So all happens within the company which is open and active in the list. Okay, so right now if you see here, we have got the active company, that is RS3. So if I want to shut it, I'll select the option shut company and the company is closed. You can see the company is not listed. So whatever company appears over here in the selected list is referred as the active company. Okay, the active company in 10. So that is how you shut the company. If the company is open, you can shut the company by selecting Alt F3 and shut company. Okay. Next is, if you want to select a company, same here, we have got the step that is to select company. Select company, provide the company name. Okay, provide the company name, let's say RS3, provide the company name, hit enter. It is going to open up that particular company. Okay, so this is step number 2 to select the company. Okay, so where are you? Wherever you are, just see that you are in the same screen of Alt F3. That is nothing but your company info. Okay. Okay, so see to it that you're in company info screen. And you can just go ahead with select company. Okay, select company. So when you say select company, it will ask you for the company name. So select from the list company name. Select the company name from the list. Select the company name from the list. Okay, so this is how you can select a company. Okay, now you can select a company. So select company, shut company. These are the 2 steps that we can perform. Now, if the question is asked to you like, what is the steps of creating company? It will have very limited information, limited content. Okay, and if the question is asked for a long answer response, then definitely the expectation would be more. Okay, you just write the process of selecting a company or creating a company, that would not be sufficient. So you can specify very clearly that a company, okay, performs various business operations. It can maintain its business operations like purchase, sales, sales return, purchase return. In that way, you give an explanation about it. Okay, so accounting plays an important role, okay, to document and to have as a proof for filing your income tax returns, for which a company has to be created and maintained. This process can be done manually or it can be done with the help of automated tools. Okay, one among the automated tool is Tally ERP9. So provide that information. In Tally ERP9, we can perform the task of creating a company, shutting down the company, okay, selecting an existing company, altering of a company. Okay, so these are the steps what we have. So mention those steps and then write down about the process what I'm writing now here. Okay, for example, shut company. How do you shut the company? Okay, you can just give some description like this. Okay, if a company is existing in Tally.ERP9, okay, and it is selected within brackets active company, then it can be closed or deactivated with the help of following steps. Mention in that way and then write down those steps. Okay, those 2 steps will help you in performing the task of shutting down of the company. Okay, so in this way, if you write 100%, you're going to get full marks for this. Okay, so you can specify if you want navigation steps. Navigation steps and write down those steps. Okay, now in the same way, you can write something about selecting a company. Okay, and then write down the steps, navigation steps for that. In this way, if you write, okay, you are not only elaborating the content, you're giving crispy, clear content to the examiner to evaluate your question paper. Okay, so just see to it that all your points are properly mentioned. Okay, so I'll never mind if I'm just writing this in black and underlining it. It looks more decent and better. Okay, the best way of presentation. All right, so then what we have is selecting of company. Okay, so I've shown you shutting of company, selecting of company. So you can mention the information, whatever you feel writing about your selecting company, you can mention that. Okay, for example, if I'm writing it here, okay, I'll say all existing companies are created and stored in a centralized repository. Which can be activated or selected with the help of following steps. And then you write down navigation steps. Okay, so Alt F3, your company info, select the company from the list. Okay, and that's it. So that is going to, just a minute, few more are joining. Okay. Okay, so navigation steps, you write down the navigation steps for it. So in this way, we have just seen like how exactly you present your answer, okay, when you're writing the exam. So company creation, I did not touch that. I have directly gone to shut company, because if the company is already open, you need to shut it. If the company is already created, but you want to select specifically, you can go with selection of company. If you have done any mistakes in your company creation process, you can alter it with the help of alter a company, or you can even delete this. Okay, delete a company. Okay, alter and delete comes together. You don't have a separate option to delete. Okay, so let me show you the process of step number 3, that is alter the company. Okay, so how do you present it? You'll say that an existing company can be selected and altered if the details are not appropriate. Details are not appropriate. Okay, so what do you do for this? An existing company, you're going to select it and you have to alter it by performing this step. So from where do you perform this alter option? Okay, so you can say same Alt F3, the same screen Alt F3. Okay, which is nothing but your company info. Nothing but your company info. Okay, so under company info, what you do is you select alter. Please check this. Okay, I'm showing you in Tally. Here we have got alter. Okay, existing company can be selected and we can alter the address and other details if you want. Okay, so that is how you can alter. Remember that when it is asking you for the details, okay, please remember what details it is going to ask. Okay, so Alt F3, that is your company information. Alter, it can help you in altering the existing information, except what? Except any other details which are not allowed to be changed. That is a directory. There'll be a directory that will be the default directory. So you cannot alter the location of the directory. Okay, but remaining all other things you can alter. Right? So in this way, alter option will allow you to alter your company related information or your currency related information. Okay, so basic information can be altered. So basic and currency can be altered. Okay, basic information and currency information can be altered. Okay, so that's about altering a company. Then we have got the primary, that is the fourth one. Okay, that's nothing but creation of company, this step. Okay, creation of company. So before going for creation of company, let me show you how to delete a company. Okay, so you're going to delete a company. So in alter, we have got the option to delete also. Okay, so let me just show you that process of deleting. So in alter, the second option is delete. So if you want to delete, what we have to do? Okay, so this is right now in alter mode. If I want to delete, I can say Alt D. Alt D is to delete. Okay, if I confirm it, it is going to be deleted. Alt D. Okay, so I'll say Alt followed with F3. We are in right now company info screen. In company info screen, we can just say Alt D. Alt D is to delete. What it will do, it will ask you for confirmation. Are you sure? Yes or no? Okay. Once you say yes, it is permanently deleted. There is no chance of getting it back. Okay. So you should be very careful while using this delete option, alter delete. Okay. Then we have got creation of company. Okay. Creation of company. So if you want to create a company, okay, you need additional parameters. Okay. What all details are required? Let me give you that. Okay. A company is created in Tally.ERP9 to maintain the books of account where transactions can be recorded. Transactions can be recorded. That is how you write. Okay, creation of company. Okay, what are the steps that are involved? You can just mention those steps. So Alt F3, that is the same screen that you're going to work with. That is nothing but company info screen. So in company info screen, if you're already in company info screen, you don't have to use Alt F3. Okay, so here in company info screen, you can just say create company. Okay, so I'll just show you the process of it. So we are right now in gateway of Tally. So say Alt F3. If you want to come out of company info, just say escape to come out. Okay. But if you want to enter back, you can say Alt F3. Okay. So that is you're switching to the company info screen. Now in company info screen, as I told you, you can create company. That's your option to create company. Okay. So as a result of this, it is going to prompt you for name, address, and other information pertaining to your company. Okay. So this is how you go ahead. Okay. Create company and whatever details you have. Now, for example, these are my details. I can take those details and I can provide it to the Tally ERP. This is what is the address. Now, for example, we have got RK Enterprise, address is needed, PIN code number is needed. Okay, then we have got phone number. If you have got website, those details. So if you have got GST enabled, you have to you need GSTIN number. So in this way, you collect the details and then provide it to your Tally. Okay, so once you provide these details, now here let's say I'm giving RS Enterprise. Okay, address I'll just say I'm just filling it up. Hyderabad, India, Telangana. Okay, PIN code number. Okay, phone number. So whatever information we have here, those information you can feed in into your Tally. I'm just giving some random 10-digit number. Okay, and then if you've got mobile number, fax number, other details, you can fill it or you can ignore this. Okay, and say Control A to save it. Okay, so remember this point. Create company. Okay, provide all the required inputs. And save with the help of what? Control A. Control A is going to save it. Okay, so in this way, if you write, definitely it's going to be like elaborated and you will be able to score full marks on the question that is provided to you. Okay, so we are discussing about the common question which comes. Okay, that is nothing but how do you create and configure a company in Tally ERP9, or you can say write the steps to create company. This question is repeatedly coming, okay, in the exam. So if you present in this way, 100% you're going to get good marks. Okay, so mention very clearly navigation steps if you're writing navigation. So mention navigation steps. Okay, mention it clearly so that the person who's correcting your paper knows that you're not only describing the information pertaining to alter company, you're also giving the navigation steps with a reference to Tally ERP9. Okay. So similarly, here we have got delete company. Okay, so in alter only we have got delete option. So we can just specify that if you want. Okay, so I'll say a company can be deleted. Okay, in alter mode. In alter mode, and you can write down the steps, navigation steps for deleting a company. Okay, creation of company and the navigation steps for creation of company. Okay, so if the question is asked, whatever might be the question, if you want to have some additional contents, these are the contents which you can add up. Now, for example, if someone is asking you about, let's say, inventory, okay, and you have got less content about inventory, so you can add this up. You can write a company can be created, a company can be shut. In that way, you can, if you get it for a long question, then this details can be the additional add-ons to your answer. Okay, if you want to wrap up with a small input, then you can do it easily. Okay, details like fax, email ID, or phone number, address must be written. That is optional. You can even specify that, or you can ignore it. Okay, so instead of giving all these details, I'll just say, okay, something like while creating, we can just, okay, so while creating a company, you can just provide those details, and in place of this, you can write address. That's it. No need to mention address or anything. Just say address. That is sufficient. It includes everything in that. But if it is elaborated, it will be good if it is for long answers. Okay, so the topic what I have discussed here is about the first and foremost question, which is commonly asked. Okay, it's about the process of creating company. If he's asking you process of creating company, your responsibility will be to add up, alter, select, and shut. Okay, there's options including delete to be included so that it becomes elaborated. Okay, if not, if it is coming for short answer also, while writing your content in one page, just see to it that those points are touched. Okay, something like this. I'll say he has given for short. So I'll just say a company can be created to maintain books of account. Okay, it can also, Tally also helps us in selecting an existing company, altering company, and deleting company. I'm not writing navigation or anything, right? Okay, so he asked me about creating company. I'll write only about that specific. So if it is for short and one page, I'll just to the point, I'll give the answer. Plus, in addition to that, I'll add up this, that this is the option which are also available in it. Okay, and remember screenshots. If it is for long answer, it's better you draw a screenshot. Okay, now for example, if he's asking you for long answer and if you don't have sufficient content, 4 page of content, then you can draw this and occupy 1 page for that. Not a problem. Okay, don't waste your time in drawing this. So just mention the details, put a box, okay, and include the fields. Whatever fields are there, just explain it. You can easily remember. It's going to ask you for company name. It's going to ask you for address. Okay, your country, state, PIN code, and address related information like phone number, fax number, all those details. Okay, plus date, that is financial year, will be mentioned. You remember that dates which are financial year dates. Okay, and it will ask you for security, which is for password protection. Just say that now, for example, you don't remember those two values, tally value password, and you don't remember even this use security control. So you can just say tally prompts for security check. That's it. You can mention that and you can forget about it and proceed further with currency. Okay, in currency also, you don't have to mention all different types of currencies. Okay, so if you just select the country, it is going to automatically configure your currency. Now, for example, I'm taking Australia. Okay, so it's going to be like Australian dollar. So that comes automatically when you select your country. So you can specify that point in the end. Note, okay, the currency changes to appropriate country if the country is specified from the list of countries. That's it. This is the additional note what you can get. Now, for example, if I take Malaysia, you'll have Malaysian ringgits. So select it, you can see Malaysian ringgits. So in that way, country-specific currency is already displayed here. We don't have to specially configure it. Okay, India, if I'm selecting, it is going to show me rupees. Fine. So in this way, we can provide all the details and save the information with the help of Control A. Okay, that's your last step. Control A is going to save it. Control A. All right. So I'm just going to give something like a note like this. Note, Control A or yes / no can be selected when prompted. So who's going to prompt you? Tally is going to prompt you whether you want to save it yes or no. In the end, naturally, it's going to ask. So you can just say yes to save the content. In this way, if you give it an explanation, okay, and you can specify in the bottom something like this, okay, the above, okay, above inputs are based on the company given below. I've elaborated it. Okay, so I'm adding additional content to it. Okay, so in this way we can provide those information and finish off the process of creating company. Okay, I hope I'm clear about this. So this question, like creation of company, comes frequently in the exam. Okay, so just try to work on it and write it in the similar pattern so that you can get good score. Okay, keep your handwriting clean, neat, so that you present the person who's correcting it will get impressed with your handwriting. Don't scribble it. Okay, normally what we do is we scribble when we are in a hurry, or when we are copying from someone, will be in a hurry. Okay, so just see to it that your handwriting is maintained throughout your test. Okay, so that's your common question which is asked, that is about creation of company. I hope I'm clear with the topic what we have discussed today, right? So after creating your company, what else we can do? there are two inputs that we can focus on. Okay, so Tally ERP 9. Okay, ERP, you can mention, you can start like this also. ERP, it stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay, Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise, what do you mean by enterprise? It's nothing but organization. You can write about organization. Resource, what do you mean by resource? Like you can say human resource. Material management is a resource. Sales and distribution is a resource. So in that way, you got so many resources. What Tally focuses, it is on your books of account. How does it manage? It manages with the help of ledgers. Okay. So in this way, we can mention about Tally ERP and slowly get into the topic. So the question can be, what is Tally ERP? In that way, you can explain. Tally is an ERP. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise means organization. Resource are multiple resource, like human resource, material as a resource. Okay. Finance is also a resource. Finance is also a resource. So Tally helps in what? Book. It maintaining books of account, which is nothing but your financial resource. Accounting. Okay. So this accounts can be maintained with the help of ledgers. And we have got accounting group. Accounting groups, ledgers are the one which can help you in managing. Okay, so Tally is mainly providing you two options. Option number one is accounting info, and the other area where it focuses is inventory info. Okay, so in that way, if you're writing now, if the question is asked, write about Tally ERP. So we can mention some past information where it is set up, all those details you can provide, and you can provide about accounting info and inventory info. Accounting info is used for what? It helps in managing and maintaining books of account. Okay, inventory, it helps in maintaining stock related information. Just briefed out, okay, briefed out about it. If you want to get details into it, just get into the details of it. Then we have got accounting groups, accounting ledger, okay, and default ledgers which are there, which we can go with display. So here I'll say navigation. How do you navigate? Okay, navigate for what? Accounting info. Navigation for accounting info. And the relevant options which are there in accounting info. So from gateway of Tally, that is the base. From gateway of Tally, you can select accounting info. Okay, what do you have in accounting info? You can just check out for the information. Please see it. So if your company creation is done, from accounting info, you can go with two options, group and ledger. Okay, accounting group and accounting ledger. So here you can say accounting group. It's your accounting group and accounting ledger. Okay, then you can write about what is accounting group. How many groups do we have? So if you see here, when you're creating a group, it gets added, but I want to know how many groups do we have by default. You can say multiple display and you can check out how many groups you have. We got 28 groups by default. Okay, so you can mention there are 28 groups by default, and it can help you even in creating additional groups. Okay,
So 29, sir.
20, not 28 groups actually. Okay, the one which you're seeing here is already created. Let me just show you. Okay, you can just go for Alt F3. Okay, shut the company, and you can create a company, a new company. Okay, so I'm just giving the name of the company as testing one. Okay, Control A to save it. Once it is saved, you can navigate and check out how many groups you have. So escape, accounting info, group, multiple display, and you can check out how many you have. How many are there? 28 by default. Okay, 29 it was showing because it was
28,
created.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so by default, remember it is 28. Don't get confused when it is showing 29. Okay, by default, 28 groups. How many ledgers do you have by default? Now, normally you'll have cash ledger and you'll be having something pertaining to profit and loss. Two are there by default. Just two. Check it. Okay, so come here and you can say ledger, display multiple, and you should be able to see those two ledgers, cash and profit and loss. Okay. So I've just shown you the basic of it. Okay. Gateway of Tally accounting info shows you by default this. You can write down default groups are 28. Default ledgers are 2. Okay. Further, you have got many things to explain. So we can elaborate it and you can explain step by step, giving some scenarios, examples. In that way, you can present it. Okay. Any questions up to this point? The second question can come to you like this. What is Tally ERP? What is Tally ERP? This can be the question. So for which you have to elaborately write. And if you want, you can add up the answers which you have given on top about your Tally. Okay, this can also be added. So it depends. Remember, it depends on how you answer, depending on if it is 1-page answer, it is for, let us say, 5 marks. You're writing 4 pages, it is of no use. You're wasting your time. So be specific, crisp, and clear about what exactly is the question for. Is it for less marks or is it for more marks? Okay, and don't write your small answers first, 1-page answers first. First, try to fill up your long answers, which is going to be like 4. Okay, 5 4s 20 pages. You need to fill that. Okay, so 20 pages of clear content. In addition to that, you'll be having 4 to 5 questions. So 24-25 pages is what you're going to fill. Okay, some of them they write 25, 30, 35 like that. It is of no use. Okay, whatever is being asked to you, just write to the point. Do not exceed or do not go less to the point. That many pages if you write. Okay, with neat handwriting, proper time management is required. You can be 100% sure that you can easily clear this paper. Okay, so it's not difficult at all. It is very simple and easy to work with this particular paper, that is Tally. Okay, it's called as accounting software. Okay, so manual accounting and automated accounting. You can talk about that also. What is manual accounting? What is automated accounting? How the entries are passed in manual accounting? How the same thing is done in automated accounting? What all things are needed if you're going with automated, about the software and other things you can mention, and the process of creating company and other things. Okay, so in this way you can give a explanation about these 2 questions which I have discussed. Okay, next we have to discuss about various options which are there. Okay, and about SKU, that is stock keeping unit. Okay, so whatever I'm explaining you, it is like practical approach so that you can get the vision clear when you're answering to the question. Okay, so if you get in mind that, okay, this is how the screen appears, you can easily immediately draw and you can get a better point for that too. Okay, and then so I'm going to stop here. Okay, we have got less time.
Sir, can you please send this in our group, sir?
Yeah, sure, I'll send it. Okay, in this session we have got all GT honors, everyone is there, so I'm just going to share with everyone immediately after finishing the class. This is about session
Okay,
1. I'm sharing it immediately. Okay. Okay, then. So all the best. Start working from here. You have got less time. You have got so many subjects to prepare. Okay. Do not feel that it's very difficult and tough at this particular point of time. It all depends on your presentation. Present well. Okay. Okay, then have a nice day. Take care. See you in the next class. Bye.